Here we can look here to dig a little bit deeper. Okay, so let's just go analyze. This is a React custom hook that manages avatar selection and state for users in the application. What does the file do in this project? It provides a central way for different parts of the application to access and modify avatar-related data. When users select or deselect avatars, this hook handles saving those choices, displaying appropriate notifications, and ensuring the same avatars appear when users return to the application later. So by the way, like, I didn't write any of the code for this. Like, I did not. The AI wrote it all. And I got there through a lot of iteration. But when I sort of get through a period of like vibe coding, and I like to go back and I like to understand exactly what was done, right? Because that's how I am informed to build this out, okay? Because I've got visions to make this even better. Like someone told me the other day, it would be nice to actually see the text coming out, like transcribing your own text, but then also seeing what the AI is saying and maybe having that down the side here. Another thing that I thought would be really cool, and this is really where I want to take this, is to have like an actual avatar from HeyGen or one of these providers that dynamically looks like they're talking to you. Like, I think that's very cool use of this technology, right? 11 Labs is just voices at this point, right? But I think you can tie up an 11 Labs voice potentially to like an image or something like that. But yeah, I think that's sort of the next level here. And I know that's kind of is quite weird, but that's where things are going. I think that's where there's a lot of opportunity. I truly do, you know. There's a lot of opportunity to build things like that. Not only just general knowledge things, like at the moment, there's no custom knowledge in any of these avatars, right? But in the future, you could feed and you can do it now, actually. You can feed custom information to these agents dynamically through 11 Labs. And that is huge too. Like, imagine being able to just directly talk to some AI avatar that has all of this analysis that has been done on your internal data, and is basically just like an analyst. And you can, in the back end, you can have this dynamic feed going into the knowledge base of these agents. And then you can have these ongoing discussions with agents that are actually able to understand the insights and the data that you have internally. So, I mean, all of this is technically possible, and it's something that I'm going to explore in a future live stream event or live stream series that we're going to run. But yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be cool? I mean, that'd be so incredible. It would be so incredible if that was, if there was an application where you could do that, right? Where a lot of that happened automatically. And I think it's not far away. Like, I'm sort of quite determined to actually build a prototype around this, and that's what we're going to do in this data agents event series. The thing that I am seeing with voice and data in general recently is, I think that you're just going to have a lot of dynamic experiences. Like, it's just not going to be one tool. I think there's going to be many tools, lots of different ways that you can get information, learn. I think there's a lot of new ways that are appearing with a lot of the convergence of a lot of these technologies and a lot of these tools. I wonder what else I can sort of dig into here. One of the like, as I say, I'm just in terms of just the unlocks for me in recent times is, as soon as I was able to visually in my mind understand what the AI developer tool, like what the AIs were doing in these developer tools, as soon as I was able to just visualize that in my mind, I've become doubly effective with these tools. I truly have. And I think that will be the same for anyone. Like, if you don't, when you develop with these tools, you reach your limit much quicker if you don't know exactly what's going on. You don't know exactly how to ask, like prompt the next thing. And so that's what I realized. That's what I realized a number of months ago, actually. And where I think there's huge opportunity is that you can use these tools, but you've got to sort of see them as like a bridge to become something something more, sort of like a new age app developer. And that's sort of a big part of what we're going to try and empower a lot in the near term and medium term. And we can do it in many different ways, like with avatar roulette here. I mean, there's no, like I actually, obviously I've kickstarted this, but I think I'm going to work with my developers now and maybe turn this into something even more meaningful, that we could actually bundle into the enterprise DNA subscription. There's absolutely no reason why we could not, we shouldn't do this. We absolutely should be exploring this further. Like, I built this tool just for me, I guess, but I'm thinking it will be insanely useful for others in some unique way. I definitely think using something like HeyGen to have like a real someone really talking. I think that's another evolution. I think that they have. I haven't looked at them for a little while, but things like video, so interactive avatar. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, interactive avatars that talk back. There we go. Okay, so interactive avatars. I mean, this is they're getting seriously real. Seriously real. It's amazing. And just to learn, like learning, yeah, this is going to be, there's going to be a future where on call you can ask anything about anything that you're working on. I mean, that's insanely helpful, right? Insanely helpful. This is the opportunity of AI voice. It's going to be everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Yeah, these guys are impressive company. They've grown so much. So the key is like I could definitely move out of Lovable if I really wanted to, but in this case, I'm staying within Lovable so far. I haven't really needed to go outside Lovable at this point. But I could go if we want to develop this further. I mean, if I collaborated with my own team of developers here, we obviously would. We would probably take it to they use IDEs and more robust infrastructure than Lovable. They use different AI models for development. So we would probably move it out eventually. But at the moment, I'm getting so far with Lovable just by itself, right? And I'm just keeping track of everything that Lovable is doing. Like when I'm working within Lovable, I'm actually reviewing the code. That's not something I did not do 6 months ago, not even 3 months ago, probably. But I'm actually reviewing the code, and like I'm looking at it. And the other thing is that you can automatically sync this with your GitHub repo. So every time you're going to make updates on Lovable and updates in your GitHub repo, if you want to see the latest updates, you click on refresh, right? And then you can. So for example. So what's this one? The index HTML, right? Let's go find another one. We'll go find a different one. Okay, so this is components, avatar, details, dialog. So I can come in here and I can go, I just type in details. So avatars, detail, dialog, okay? And if I want to, so Lovable doesn't actually give me huge amounts of information here. Like you kind of need to know the code. You can enter chat mode here if you want, but then you also use up Lovable credits and things like that in terms of for learning. So what you can do here is that you can come in here and you can say, explain this code very simply for me. Okay, this code defines a dialog box that shows detailed information about an avatar. Okay, so what this actually is this. I was building this feature out here. So details, boom, dialog box opens up into a component like this. It takes an avatar object, a Boolean is open to control the dialog's visibility, and a function on open change to handle changes in the dialog's open state. Okay, so Yep. So that's just here. So this is why this is why you don't really need to write code anymore. Like you just need to understand it, and these tools are here that can help you understand it. Like that's the massive unlock, the massive opportunity here, right? That's why I feel like anyone can do this. Like I don't think this is like the development world is opening up massively right now, massively, right? I couldn't do anything like this 6 to 9 months ago, 9 months ago at least. But now I can do things like this over a weekend. This is what is being democratized. It's incredible.